Crystal Lake is shown at the start of the movie in the time of June 13, 1980, where a terrified girl comes on the scene who was escaping from someone. That girl was escaping from a lady who wanted to take her life. She is nearly to attack that girl. That girl detaches his mother's head, using a dagger. Observing his dead mother, Jason arrives there. Taking the dagger, he leaves from there. Then 5 friends come on the scene who had visited Crystal Lake in search of a specific plant. A girl's name is Whitney among them, and the rest are her friends. They camp there to spend the night. A boy among those friends informs them about Jason and many occurred murders at that place. But they do not take it serious, thinking it a fiction, not real one. Whitney is quite disturbed. Because she had come with her friends, leaving her mother alone who had a disease of cancer. Her friend takes him somewhere for her amusement. That friend also leaves from there who was telling them a story. Walking at a distance, he discovers those plants of which search took them here. But he also encounters a masked person there. He was Jason, not the other person. Who slays him. Whitney and her friend reach Camp Crystal Lake while walking. They observe an ancient house there. They check going inside, they find many antique things. They also discover a locket among those antique things in which Jason and his mother's photos were fixed. It is clear here that their standing place was Jason's house. Here a strange thing is revealed, that Whitney has a close resemblance with Jason's mother. They also find a baby room which has bed with Jason's name. On the other side, Whitney hears the walking sound of someone outside the camp. And they think as their friend is pulling a prank. In fact, the reality was different. A friend goes outside for checking. While searching his friends, he reaches the plants which were their searching point. Here he finds his friend's torchlight. Then an awkward scene is also seen here. There were his friend's Kadir, hand-free, and his lying dead body. Seeing it, he gets worried. Then he moves to the camp while running. But camp was not out of danger now. Reaching the camp, he notices that his friend has been hanged with tree over the fire after wrapping her in a blanket. He proceeds to rescue her, but he himself is entrapped. He gets injured badly. He tries his best to release himself from the trap. But his friend is burnt to death during a struggle. But he is still unable to free himself from that trap. Whitney and his friend reach a room. Someone has constructed a holy place there which has also something. They observe someone's head when Whitney's friend brings it outside. It was the Jason's mother head which was being worshipped by Jason. Suddenly the room's door is locked. Whitney's friend moves ahead to check who is outside. Immediately, Jason begins to stab a dagger into the floor from the basement. Whitney's friend tries to save from this attack, but is hit with a dagger many times. Whitney tries her best to pull her friend into the bathtub. But Jason pulls Whitney's friend into the basement. Then Jason observes her when Whitney immediately escapes from there. Jason pursues her. After reaching the camp, Whitney finds her female friend who is scorched to death. But a male friend is still alive who was entrapped there. Whitney tries to release him from that trap. But that trap was not easily opened. Meanwhile, Jason also arrives there. And he kills that boy, attacking with a dagger. Then Whitney attempts to escape from him. Then Jason also throws the dagger towards her. But it is not shown either Whitney was secured or dead. Then a scene is shown after the time of 6 weeks, where some of friends were moving to Crystal Lake. They get off from the car at gas station on the way. Here a boy named Clay comes on the scene, who was there to search his missing sister. Seeing the pamphlet, it is known that Clay is the brother of Whitney. And he had visited here in search of his sister. Trent interrupts Clay, who was standing near the counter for a long time. Otherwise, Trent was also rigid. They set off their journey after purchasing all things. At last, they reach Trent's house, while Clay continues the search of his sister. He meets a police officer there who was investigating Whitney's case, but he closes the case file, not getting any clue about Whitney. Because he says, it is not a big deal if the people are missing in this area. People are missed here routine-wise. That police officer says to Clay, Whitney might have rushed with her friends. Then Clay says, my sister was different. Going to a house, he meets with an odd woman, who directly says to Clay that his sister is no more. She tells, people come here for a tour. Being caught in a trouble, they are missing here and die. We wish to live peacefully, and they also want the same. She is talking about Jason, not for others. Moving ahead, he enters the storehouse. He asked about Whitney from the store employee, but he gets nothing except distress. Contrarily, all are enjoying at Trent's house. That store employee hears the voice of someone in the storehouse. As he goes to investigate, Jason arrives there, who catches him. While rescuing his life, that store employee unmasks Jason. That worker's pulse rate is lowered, seeing his frightful face. Jason puts him into death while cutting his throat. All of a sudden, he catches the sight of another terrifying mask when Jason is about to wear his mask. He leaves to hunt his next victim, wearing that mask. Clay and Jenna arrives into the forest, which was nearby lake. There Clay discovers a handheld GPS, which he puts it in his bag. Both friends reach the lake. They start boating there. But that girl is fallen into the water as being uncontrolled. And her friend is moving boat towards her while returning. Suddenly, an arrow stabs into the head of that boy, and he loses his life. Boat is sailing towards that girl and passes over her head, which causes a head injury. That girl observes Jason, who is standing at the bank of the river. He takes out his dagger. That girl hides himself under the bridge while escaping from him. Searching her, Jason also arrives there. He starts searching her on the bridge. As Jason begins to leave, he kills that girl while stabbing dagger into her head. Clay and Jenna reach Jason's house and check his house, going inside. They find nothing there except antique things. Then they come outside and about to leave. They hear the walking sound of someone. They hurriedly hide themselves. He was Jason, who was coming, lifting someone's dead body on his shoulder. And he throws that dead body before them. Jason finds Clay's bag there. And he gets understanding because of it, as someone has visited here. Jason begins to search, getting furious. He leaves to take the dead body and the bag of Clay, finding no one. As Jason leaves, they also run to their friends so that they may reveal about Jason to the rest of friends. While running, they hit a rope which switches on the light of the basement of Jason. And bells begin to ring there. There were many subways in the basement. It is also revealed that Jason used to know about the arrival of others through these signals. It is noticed that Whitney is still imprisoned in the basement by him. The cause of his survival was this: her face was resembled with his mother. Coming into the basement, Jason throws the bag of Clay and leaves. Whitney checks that bag as he leaves. Then she comes to know that her brother has arrived here in her search. She also finds that handheld GPS. She takes out a pin from it after breaking it. And she tries to break her lock. Clay and Jenna are running there while searching the way. Noticing them, Jason begins to chase them. Trent's father's chair is broken in the cabin by Trent's friend. Getting angry, Trent asks him to repair that chair. Then that friend moves to Tool House to search the tool. At the same time, Clay and Jenna also reach in that house. Reaching there, Clay calls police. Trent is playing with a ball going into the tool house, and immediately Jason reaches there, who also kills their friend. Suddenly, the lights of that house are gone. One of the friends starts going outside to rescue his other friend. That friend moves to the tool house and Jason also stands behind him, coming there. Jason struggles to capture him, but being fast, he quickly escapes. Then Jason throws a placed axe on him. Coming straight, it hits on his back. All his friends are hearing his shouting, but Clay forbids everyone to go outside. Because he knew that Jason is using their friend as a trap, thinking other will also come to save his life. Jason kills him when no one comes to help that friend. Trent moves to his room in order to take the gun, and his female friend follows him. But catching, Jason slays her. At the same time, police officer also approaches there and Jason glimpses him. Jenna comes to open the door when police officer knocks at the door. But Jason also kills that police officer before opening the door. Being frightened, they go upstairs. Seeing the dead body of their friend, they are sure that no corner of house is safe for them. They come outside while running. Trent tries to start the car of police officer, but Jason immediately throws their friend's dead body on their car. They all three escaped from there as Clay and Jenna at a side while Trent chooses the opposite direction. Trent's gun is lost somewhere while hastening. He does not find it even after a great search. While running, he steps on the main road. Then a pickup truck also stops there for his help. But he suspects, thinking there may be Jason in the pickup truck. Actually, Jason is standing behind him. And Jason hangs him into the air, stabbing a dagger into him. And he pushes him on the set spikes on the pickup truck. And truck driver takes him with stuck spikes. While running, Clay and Jenna again come into the house of Jason. And Whitney feels their presence at this time. And she begins to shout for help. And Clay also hears her shouting. They move to rescue her in the basement. And both brother and sister get happy seeing each other. Then Clay begins to break her shackles with a hammer. Meanwhile, Jason also comes there. But they open her shackles before his arrival, and three of them escape from there. Jason starts pursuing them madly, not finding Whitney there. They search out the exit. Clay and Whitney are able to go outside, but Jenna cannot go out and killed by Jason. They go ahead. The way that led outside was the broken and upside down bus. Coming outside, Clay attempts to bring Whitney outside. Jason hits Clay's head on the bus window glass, coming there. Then Jason enters the bus. Whitney hides at this moment. Then she kicks Jason, throwing him into basement as Jason appears before her. Clay takes her out and both escape from there. They come to that tool house. Clay begins to search the tool, hiding Whitney. And then Jason catches him after coming there. And he attempts to kill him, putting his head into the grinding machine. Coming there, Whitney calls Jason by his name. As a result, Jason is cooled down. Whitney shows him the locket of his mother and he lets Clay go. Getting a chance, Clay quickly wraps a chain around his neck. While Whitney throws that chain into the grinding machine. Jason comes into the hanging position because of the caught chain. Jason is dragged towards grinding machine. In spite of this, he is able to take action. Then Whitney kills Jason, stabbing his own knife into him. And they dispose his dead body into the same lake. Here they think everything is all right now. At the same time, Jason catches Whitney, coming out from the water.